Whoa. We're doing so much, man, but we're going to Carolina, Placenko. How do you really say it?
Karolina Protsenko is, I think, how it's said. My mom's name is Karolina.
She really is?
Yeah,
I love that. That's
love
a
that.
beautiful name.
It really is.
Do you think Carolina could go? Is she too famous to go on AGT?
I don't know. It's not up to me, but I just thought it's funny. She has the same name as my mom. My mom is just spelled with a C, and hers with a K. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, but no, I'm gonna judge her ruthlessly. I'm gonna literally devastate her. She's gonna be in shambles when I'm done. So,
Oh, well, this was 2 months ago. Incredibly cute girl joins me. Dua Lipa Levitate. You know that song?
oh my gosh, Dua Lipa levitating. I didn't know she played Dua Lipa songs.
You like Dua Lipa? You do?
I love Dua Lipa.
Do they
Well, I don't know that
call
I like. I don't know that I love Dua Lipa as a person. I just feel like she's kind of
her?
like just no. I don't know. I don't want to like drag her, but I just don't know that I'd like hang out with Dua Lipa. But I love her music.
You know they call her fans Doopies, right?
Doopies.
No, just kidding. Yeah, I'm an idiot. And then we should hear some of your album. So we'll get that ready for the next video, and we'll listen. I think we should have a little clip of each song before we start every video. But let's get right into Carolina.
They are. She hasn't even played yet.
You got a tip.
Where's
I
this
love
money
it.
coming from? Did you just get a tip for being cute?
Yeah,
They
I get it all the time, and I'm just walking around. Yeah, yeah, right. Is she one of the best in the world?
No.
But she's got it down pat, and she's got a platform. She got that down.
The thing about Karolina, she's her parents are very smart, and she is obviously really talented, and she's had a lot of classical training, and she's using her resources to her advantage, such as she has a very like cutesy style, and she's got the dance moves. She's inspired by Lindsey Sterling. Lindsey Sterling's like her idol. Because I've done research on her. I've seen interviews with her. She loves Lindsey Sterling. She has a great, nice instrument with a good mix, not like how they do on AGT, where you kind of, if you have an electric violin, it just sounds
Yep.
like a mosquito buzzing in your ear like a trumpet, electronic trumpet. Tyler Butler Figueroa performance, which, like I said, has nothing to do with him, has everything to do with the sound engineering on the show. But she has a good mix. And she's super duper young, which is of huge appeal to her talent and her performance. People are like, how is she so good? And she's so young, and she's on such a great path, and she's inspiring. Just watching her dance around like that, she looks all happy. Everything
Her
she
personality is amazing. She loves
yeah.
everything. I'm so blessed to be in New York. It's so amazing.
Only
But
no. The only thing with that
that's
is
not fake. That's not fake.
I don't know that I can really believe that's how she always talks, because
Yes.
I just don't understand how she can talk so robotically. That's my only qualm or quiff or
Quirk.
whatever you want to
Quirk.
quirk. I don't understand how is that really how she talks? Because when I see videos of her, she's like,
Yes.
thank you everybody for letting me have 30 million subscribers. It means the world to me and my family that you would. I'm
Oh,
like, that is not how she talks. Just speak normally. I don't know if she was fed scripts or what, but I just wish she would stop.
I
Just
think it's
speak. Maybe,
real.
but look, if it's really her voice like that, then I take everything back, and maybe that's just how she is, like totally super duper scripted, rehearsed sounding. But look, she's so famous, I wouldn't blame her. Maybe you just at that point have to have these scripts and stuff. It just sounds. I've never heard a kid talk like that. I've never in my life heard a kid talk like that naturally. But if
Or
she does, whatever.
the other option is her parents made her sound like that and actually told her, okay, if they ask you what you think of New York, say, I absolutely love
Yeah,
New
I
York.
think that
It's
she's
so beautiful.
right.
It's
I
such
think she's playing
great
it
big
up.
city. I don't think
I'm
she
not.
is.
Yeah, I don't think that she's necessarily being fake. I think she's just playing up the cutesiness so
There's
that
something in
like
the
it
middle.
obviously is more infectious than it already is, but it's so already over the top cutesy and like, yes, I love me. I love everything. I'm like, okay, but can you just say it like you would normally?
I
I
love
just want
everything.
I want to find a video of her where like she just not paying attention, the camera wasn't on, and she's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I play violin.
Yeah.
Whatever. What of
Yeah.
it?
I always do that. Whatever. You know, I know what I'm doing. You know,
So I
I've
just
been
don't
through
know
some
that it's
stuff.
real.
That's
But
crazy. Now their fans are gonna go nuts on us.
you know, at that point, I don't even care. I'd rather that than me have to lie and everybody say they love me now. And
I
I'm just such a
agree.
great reviewer and I'm just such a great person who judges so fairly and greatly. And thank you so much for reviewing Karolina with an like, no, I'm gonna give you the truth. And if y'all want to drag me, then I will go down in flames, but I will know I spouted the honest, like I never compromised my truth for no fan base and no
Nope.
rabid, toxic fan base coming for me. I'm not going to tell them what they want to hear. I'm going to tell them what I feel
You
is the
came
truth.
to the right effing place then. You came to the right place. But everything you said was very, very nice. But you don't put it in the comments. Let's be honest, folks. Uh, is it her real personality? Because
Is
it's
it? And I don't think that anybody's brought this up. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be crucified because nobody's ever said that. They're like, you're weird, Alex. Why would you even think that she's being fake? I just don't know. It sounds so rehearsed. Everything she says on camera sounds rehearsed.
now. I thought that with Angelica Hale at one time, but
I don't see that with anyone else but her, but
yep.
Karolina.
Well, Angelica Hale, her mom gave her a kitty. Angelica almost died, and it really is her all the time. But Carolina's speaking a different language, so it would be very easy for them to robotically do that. Put in the
Yeah, that's the
comments.
only benefit of the doubt I'll give. I think it's not English is not her first language, so maybe she's making extra sure to like say everything right, and
Yeah.
maybe she's like thinking about it more. Like when I like speak a different language like Spanish, I constantly calculate, okay, am I saying this right? Like I start sounding more streamlined, like I'm thinking about it more. Maybe that's why. So I will give her that. Maybe that's why.
Put in the comments what you guys think. Nice.
Yeah, there's something about and I don't I'll never for the life of me understand why people do this, but anytime that there's a performance going on and it's music related, um and there's a pause in the music for like 1/2 second, like where they just stop playing, people automatically start clapping and they're like, oh yeah, yeah, they start standing like I'm like, girl, we're not here waiting for you to clap. Like that's not like we're not just like, oh my god, they better clap or else I suck. It's just part of the music. There might be a pause, and then at least wait a few seconds because like, okay, that's the end of the song.
Two
Otherwise, it just
two
looks
seconds.
dumb.
It's a 2 second rule. I wait 2 seconds
Two
before.
seconds?
Yeah. Oh, you
I
think
don't
it's four
know.
or five? 4 or 5?
People make fun of people who do that in the classical music world because um in the like classical pieces with orchestras and stuff, there's these things called movements, and the piece is like 20 minutes long, but it's divided into these like say 5 minutes. Each movement is like 5 minutes and it's four movements. There will be like literally like 10 seconds between each one. And then people will start clapping and they're like, what are you clapping for?
Oh,
So
I hate it at the
sometimes it's even worse. The expectations are more ridiculous, which I get that in that setting. But on the streets with a regular song, if there's like a half-second pause, don't clap. It's obvious
No,
like that's not gonna be the end, especially if it's only been like 30 seconds.
it's only been a minute and 6 seconds. Like, what are
Like, how
they
would that
thinking?
ever be the end of the song if it's only been like a minute in? But
But
anyways, I don't expect people to, think about all that. So just let them clap.
everyone listen to him. He has rules and he's going to tell them. I got a 2 second rule. He got a 10 second rule. We'll buy it down to 6 seconds and split the bill.
I don't split bills.
Oh, fine. I'll pay. I'll pay. You deserve it, big star. Nice spin. I actually like
Yeah.
this.
That's what another thing, she is playing music that, is popular and like with the times and stuff. Like as a busker, if you want to be a successful busker, you have to sometimes compromise a little bit of your integrity. A little part of you kind of has to die. Especially if you are like super duper like say with classical violinists, they are most of the time very dedicated, very diehard to their craft. It's a very, very traditional world, very, very high standards, high stakes, high everything. But when you go from that to busking, you have to play pop music, and that would just be the complete opposite of classical, which is you gotta water everything down. Everything's gonna be beginner level. You're never gonna really get better at playing. You're just gonna stay like babying yourself for like I call it when I play the pandering songs, where I play songs that pander to people, and
Yeah.
me and my friends out on the street kind of like laugh about it a little bit, but it's like I call them like, oh, the sheep songs or the pander songs, the
Better
songs that I don't like
tips.
to play, the songs that make money, and I don't like to play them because they're so basic and like they're
That's the
just
worst.
beginner songs. And Karolina would tell you the same exact thing. They're really, really, really easy, but people love them because they can recognize them,
So you get
and we have to play
better
them.
tips.
Yeah, it makes it better because we get more money,
That's
but
what I was saying. Yeah.
playing that stuff every day, if it was challenging, you would at least work towards something. But that stuff is so easy because pop music is just like so simple and like bare bones. It's nothing technical about it. So
It's
yeah,
bad.
but what I'm saying is she's smart because she's playing that because she knows it will do well, get her more popularity, get her more hits. That's what I do too. I play those pop songs because I know they get hits.
There's nothing wrong with that. But do you mix in your originals?
Honestly, I don't, because they're
Oh,
my
that's
originals are so obscure and so unknown
so
that
produced.
they would never get recognized. And also I poured my heart into the originals, which means that's going to translate less to the general public, which is ironic how that works, because you think if you poured your heart into something that it would always translate. But the way that I wrote my music is in such a technical and deep way that it wouldn't connect with just anybody. I'm not
Yeah.
sure that all of the meaning of my music would just like totally hit everybody, especially without lyrics. We have to work harder as instrumentalists to make that same statement. We have to work harder, because we don't have words to literally tell you a story. So I think with pop music, people can at least be like, oh, I know the lyrics, I can sing to this. They can at least hear it in their heads. Yeah, I've heard this on the radio. This is how it goes.
You don't
Oh, and
want
then they sing
all of
to
a
it.
sudden your song to come in between two pop songs that everyone knows because they'll be
Yeah.
like, I don't know that. I don't know this.
Yeah, they'd be like, what is that? So, anyways, but go on. So not me
I,
rambling.
I'm gonna listen to your whole album and review it today. But
Yay.
I'm buying it on the 3rd.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been a bad friend that I haven't listened to the whole thing. I feel like I'm a bad friend. I'm just finally able to sleep and get up. I've only done it once, but I'm going to try. I'm gonna stay up all night tonight, but then I'm gonna go to bed the next night and then get up. I have to do it. I have to live a life, normal life, and maybe working with you and can inspire me because you are very inspiring. Your album's very inspiring. Everything you say is very inspiring. Even some of the negative stuff that you say because I think about it in my because I'm an artist. I'm gonna play you one of my songs someday, and you might crap on it, but that's okay. You're a good friend, and you know what? I'm having a roast for my 40th birthday in Chicago. I'd love you to be there. If you can't make it, you got to Zoom. You're gonna be a you're gonna be a
I will see you on
computer.
Zoom.
You're gonna be a computer, and then we'll put your face on top. But have you ever written jokes for a roast? Let's get back to the song.
Oh
But
wait, it's not the actual roast. You don't mean like
yeah,
pork roast? Oh, let me put my
no.
forks and spoons away, my knives and my plates.
Yeah, and get your freaking but he's kind of like the Michael Jordan of music. Michael Jordan sucks at music. I don't know. Whatever. Oh wait, I did. There's a way to make what I just said funny, but not. See, I got to work on my punchlines and stuff. Let's hear the rest of Karolina, who actually has my attention, and that I'm not a big fan of just watching instruments unless they're telling a story like your songs did. I don't hear a story here, but I still love it. I don't know this song because I don't listen to the radio, but basic is the word I was going to use, and I didn't know if it was right, but then you used it. This seems like a basic pop song. Is it an easy song for her to play?
Trust me, it is lower than easy. It's lower than the easiest. It's lower than you could possibly go underground, past hell, past Satan's bedroom, past Satan's basement, past the mantle of hell, past the crust and the mantle and the inner core
Illuminati
of hell.
headquarters. Illuminati headquarters.
Under that, it's that far down. It's so freaking easy that she could play this like dead.
Has anyone done a cartwheel while doing a violin?
Yes, Dorji Thor.
Oh my gosh! I can't. What?
Yes, one person in the history of the planet I saw do that. Dorji Thor.
Is it online?
I think so.
We'll check it.
If you look up Dorji Thor talent show, yeah, Dorji Thor talent show All Stars 3 RPDR.
Here we go. Okay, you're gonna have to spell that because I don't know what the heck you said.
Thorgy, THORGY space Thor THOR talent show. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Does it say Dorji Thor?
Yes. Ooh.
Oh! That's all I want. That's it.
Feeling good, feeling gorgeous.
Carolina fans, welcome to the real world.
That's all I thought about when you said cartwheel with the violin. I was like, Dorji Thor.
So Steven loves drag queens. He brings his kids to like a brunch for that drag queens throw. He's very into drag queens, and I loved going to the show at Blake's in Atlanta. Every Wednesday night they'd have a drag queen show, and you know what? I hate people that are bigoted, and
Yeah.
we crap on that. Um,
So yeah, that violin piece that Thorgy Thor played before the
it was
cartwheel.
great, right?
Now that is something that I would not be able to look at, even think about, dreaming about playing for at least a decade. So
that was really, really hard. That was great
and
violin
you
playing.
know, it doesn't sound like it's, you know, so wow, like all kinds of riffs and da 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 and flashy, and not too much different than what Karolina is playing, but um the technicality is so beyond hard to do that so high on the violin and all those high notes and all those techniques, you know, even the bow and how you have to know how to execute certain styles of it is like so hard. Like there's one called up bow staccato, and you have to move the bow up and play notes on the violin, but also hammering these like notes down on the string, but moving up only. So it's like if you bounced it and had to play like that. But anyway,
okay.
Not not to geek out.
No, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what love is. Where's that killed that?
All right, let me not go off topic.
Okay. Good. Oh. Smart to play, to notice that she's there and then go right with her. I bet she's getting lots of tips right now. Or do you get most of the tips after?
So with street performing, we get most of our tips just during the song, if not almost all of them. They just come during the song. A very, very, very few amount of people wait until after, but for me, I don't care, because if they wait too long, I start getting nervous, and then I start being like, are they going to tip me at all? And then I don't want them to get distracted and forget. So just give me anything you have and get out of here so that I can get a new audience member in your seat. So that's my mentality.
All right, some real talk here. I want you to answer honestly. Do you ever judge somebody like he's not going to tip me, and then that person surprises you, or the opposite way?
Yes.
You think someone's going to tip you, for sure, and then they don't. Like they're so into
I
it,
do
and then
it
they don't.
all the time. There's a lot of psychology that goes into
Yes.
tipping culture. There are things that I like to look up things that interest me, like statistics and what influences people to do certain things unconsciously. Like psychology, with tipping. Did you know that oh, your phone's ringing.
I thought I turned it off. Carolina fans. Dude, we're recording right now. Oh, I think I was mean.
What?
I think I was mean.
Why?
I said, we're recording now. He said, I'm sorry.
Who
And
was
then-
that?
And then hung up Marquito.
Oh, the guy from earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, so what I was saying was, did you know that if it's sunnier outside, people are more generous, versus when it's cloudier, they're not going to tip more. There was, I think, a study where this guy asked random people for money, and when it was sunnier out, people tended to give more money. I thought that was a fluke. So I kind of started paying more attention to it. On cloudy days, I made a lot less than I did on sunny days. Also, when people see the color red or gold, they might tip more. Apparently, waiters do this with lipstick. Waitresses, I mean. And then they apparently make more, or they'll wear red. So things like color and weather influence people. Also, what I look at is body language. Whenever they walk by and they don't make eye contact with you, I know they're not going to tip. I shift my eyes to somebody else who will make eye contact with me. Eye contact is a big thing. You establish a connection, and
Yep.
then they might be more likely to tip you. Another thing is I look
I
at their
go like that.
feet. If their feet are tapping, like say they're sitting down, if their feet are
Ooh.
tapping, you want to look for that. So I always look at their feet, and I look for the ones that are tapping. I play more to them versus somebody who's just on their phone, and they'll make it more obvious that they're not interested and that they don't want anything to do with you if they look like they're purposely trying to like avoid eye contact with you. Like say this is my phone,
Okay.
and I'm just like I literally don't want to tip you. I'm just gonna go like this. I'm gonna be like not giving you any eye contact, no matter what you do, even if I'm dancing around near them. I just totally not breaking eye contact from my screen. I won't pay them any attention just because it's a waste of time. And I'll rather play to people who are like, yeah, and like tapping their foot and giving me attention. I know that I can probably reel them in, even if they haven't made their decision. They're probably on the fence. I will probably get those, and I'll also get the attention of the little kids that walk by because they are the ones that actually stop, and then they have to stop their parents, and then their parents want to take a video because it's cute and their kids dancing around, and then after all that they're probably like, oh, I should probably leave something. So
Yeah. I would
just a few of that, just like those are little things.
I would tip a dollar, a dollar. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I think as street performers, whatever's not literally coins, it won't piss us
Oh
off.
yeah.
If it's a penny or a quarter, it won't, it's not really because it's just a penny or a quarter. It's kind of like
A
the
penny?
principle. At that point, I rather that they just walk by, and it would make me feel better than if they just left like a penny in my box. Like it just is insulting at that point.
It's
I rather
insulting.
I rather they just walk by and I'd be cool with that. But if it's like a penny or a dime or something, hell no. So at least if it's a dollar or something paper, you will probably be fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
And so
Especially if you took a video of them. If you got a video of them, at least give them a
oh
dollar.
gosh, well, probably $5 if you get a video.
Because a lot of times they come up and they have these like $10,000 Canon cameras, and you know they're gonna get these great shots for their who the fuck knows what YouTube video or photo
Yeah.
that they're gonna get, and they you know that they're gonna get these professional photos, and they come up right in your grill, and then they just don't leave you anything.
No way. Those
Yeah, and
people
and
are
me like
pricks.
I'm not really confrontational. Like I'll just let it go because that's just part of the game. You know, some people just do that. You can't just go chase them down. Like I don't want to force tips out of
I
nobody. So
will.
I just go to the next person. Maybe in that time frame that you could have spent screaming at this guy, you could have been playing to this person that would give you your tip.
When
But
I come, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm Sal from Brooklyn, and bro,
yeah.
you're gonna leave a tip, right? You ain't gonna
Uh,
just walk by. My man here is busting his ass with the violin. Have you seen that? You see what he's doing? Well, then why don't you reach into your wallet, man? Bro, I'm not
luckily, you don't have to do
kidding.
that.
Yeah, and I sound crazy.
Yeah,
um,
the only thing is when like me is if they get videos of me and stuff, I don't mind at all. But if they don't leave me anything for that, then I start minding, and I'm just like, wow, like that's pretty shitty. But of course I don't say that to them, but I just say it in my head, and I'm like,
yeah.
ugh. But most of the time they're people who take videos, they usually like leave me a little tip, and then we're fine, and I don't have to go find them. And
Oh, because yeah, you go find them and you
and I don't have to start an
hey,
Amber Alert.
I'm Alex from Vegas. I'm gonna do something to you. All right, let's finish Karolina's thing. She's gonna be dancing with a child. That sounds weird me saying it like that. I mean, the cameraman's like, "Woo." We're only filming Carolina, but uh, dance, girl. Yeah. This is interesting. It's like two different animals. Have you ever seen like a lion and a dog like meet each other and be like, "What?" That's kind of what I just saw there. It was
Mm.
strange. The kid didn't know what she was watching.
Well, and it's kind of endearing in a way because what I've learned as a busker is that everybody loves to make excuses and be like, oh, I have to work and I have to go here and I have to go there. And Joshua Bell did a thing in the Washington or in the subway somewhere, I forgot where it was. I think it was New York, where people could just walk by and ignored him playing the Bach Chaconne, which was like a 20-page, like hour-long, really complex, really deep, beautiful violin piece.
Yeah.
And they just, for the most part, just ignored him. And to be fair, like, yeah, he wasn't playing pop music like I suggested. He wasn't doing all that. But the performance was still beautiful, and he's one of the most renowned violinists in the world. Uh, and they just didn't pay him any mind. And in the comments, they were like, yeah, people got stuff to do. We can't stop because our boss isn't that. But what they didn't know was that right by him was a long ass line to buy raffle tickets or lottery tickets or something like that. And it was a long ass line that wasn't in the camera frame, I guess. But they were totally just like not giving a damn what he was doing. So I think with kids, they are not hardened by the world yet. They're still curious and they're still like sponges. We're all desensitized to all this stuff. We got our social media, we got our phones. Everybody's glued to their phones like zombies. Kids are not washed up like that and so like zombified and desensitized. They're so curious and they don't have pride. They're not too good to look at you, you know? They're not too good to stop. They can really let you know that something is still beautiful. So I don't know.
I didn't mean
But yeah.
that. No, I was gonna say stuff that would probably be controversial, so I'm not gonna say it. Some of their parents haven't taught them racism yet. That's what I was gonna say. Not everyone. I'm just saying some parents, they get it from their parents. Let's love everyone. That's what this channel's about. Because I'm South in Brooklyn. Oh, sorry about the flicking everyone off. I got mad that people just walked by. Oh. That's when you clap.
Yeah, there you go.
Brilliant performance. I mean, you said it was basic, but you know what?
Well, don't say that I said the performance was basic, because I know the song is basic, but not in you know, people these days, they take words like basic and they turn it into an insult, and when you're not caught up on that, you don't mean it that way. You're like, oh yeah, the song is basic, and that is like an insult in these days, and you know how the internet is. But yeah, I meant the song was basic. not that that's bad.
Not the performance, not the dancing.
No.
She has 2 channels now. She has one where she sings.
Oh, she sings?
Yeah, they're both very successful. She did Shallow with her dad. It was awesome.
She did what with her dad?
Shallow.
Oh, Shallow. Okay.
All
right, this next artist is so my phone doesn't die. I know I'm like pushing through, but like I'm trying to like make sure my phone doesn't die.
Please like and subscribe, and we will see the interaction, and we will do a lot more Karolina, but we have to see that you want it. Peace and love.